Water, earth, fire, air.
In this video I will tell you how I made this Lego Momo. Whenever I design a creature, I like to start with the face because it's one of the first and sometimes one of the last things you'll ever see. And Momo has these big beautiful eyes that I knew I just had to get right. Are you kidding me? Okay, so a new Netflix trailer just dropped and they made the eyes like this, not like this, but I made them like this, so we're doing this, okay? Okay. If you look carefully, you can see that Momo has these black rings around his eyes, kind of like me when I didn't have enough sleep. And these are really hard to replicate in Lego because they're so tiny, but I found a perfect way using this shield element right here on top of a satellite dish and then a little stud. And the combination of this is really fun because together it makes Momo look like he's always looking away from every angle you look at him. Now that I did the eyes, it is time to move on to the rest of the face, starting with the darker parts. Now this is a rounded shape, which is sometimes hard to build with Lego, but there's two different types of curves you can make here. One is on a two-dimensional plane, and the second one is by going up, building on top of each other. You have these rounded bricks to top it off. So I looked at both options and figured out that the flat version is probably the best version in the end. So I tried a few options with different parts to give him a kind of mouth, but it didn't quite work out perfectly the way I wanted to, and he looked really good without a mouth, so I just kept him without a mouth or with an open mouth using a rounded towel. Then for the ears, I usually take other sets and take inspiration from them by taking them apart and figuring out how they work, and this Yoda set was perfect for ears for Momo, so I just stole it. And now comes the easy part. We take the head and we make it round, but we have to pay attention. At the ears we can't see any of the hinge mechanisms, so we have to overlap that part slightly. So now when it comes to the body, we have a little bit of a problem, because even though we tried to make his head as small as possible, it still came out pretty huge, which means we can't use the small ball joints and we have to move on to a bigger version. The problem with this is that we don't want to give Momo a huge body, because he is quite slender himself. So the solution I found is using this old bionicle part, which is perfect because it connects two ball joints for the neck and for the tail, while using very little space in between, and it has some room on the sides for axles, which can be used to start building with studs and to attach ball joints, so we can keep the body very small, which will make him look like a baby Momo. Moby or a Baymo. Yeah. With the limbs we have the same problem as we did with the rest of the body, that we wanted to make it as slim as possible. The best way I found to do this is by using Hero Factory pieces. And we can top them off with Technic pieces at the feet and these big thick hands to give him these tiny cute little hands. Then for the tail we can use these hinge cylinder pieces and just connect a lot of them in a row to make a nice long and movable tail. And then we finally have our Momo. And if you have been paying attention, at the very back of Momo we have added some bolts at the hands and at the shoulders to be able to add wings. I uploaded Momo to Lego Ideas, and if it gets enough support it might become a real Lego set. So please support, or don't. I'm not your mom. But I am your dad, so you better like, comment, subscribe and support with the link below.